Hey guys, Roy from A&S Gear. Get out your gun because we're going to do some upgrades today. All right, so we're looking at the CVO conversion kit right here for the XLS shocker. There will be two versions, the XLS version, which we have here, and the RSX version. So if you have one of those, you can convert it over to the CVO style as well. So this is an XLS version. We're going to do the conversion for it right now. At the time of doing this video, it says on here, for installation instructions, please visit shockerpaintball.com/CVO install. I went there and there's nothing on that page. So I'm sure that'll get updated. This is literally the first one that we've gotten for an upgrade kit. So maybe they just haven't changed yet. We overnighted these to us so that we could get them first and you guys could check them out. So they're probably just getting ready to put that stuff up right now. So let's go ahead and put this in. So the first thing we need to do, besides open this and get out our parts. So there's really only two things you're gonna need. This is our new solenoid assembly, QEV assembly, all that jazz, and then our frame right here. Those are the two parts that are important. And then we're gonna reuse the on-off knob into this one. And we're basically gonna gut this out. We're gonna get rid of everything that's inside of there. So let's take the barrel off because we don't need that. Put that out of the way. And then we're going to open this up in here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the grips off. Of course, we're just going to take one side of the grips off. That's really all you need to take off because we need to unplug the eye wires and the solenoid wires. Those screws out of there. Come in here. Seeing as though we're switching out the entire frame, we don't need any of the electronics. So there's our eye wires. Let's reach in here. Get the wiring for the solenoid. Pull those two up right there. I like to give them a little bit of a, I don't want to say a pull, but I like to straighten them out a little bit so that when I go to remove the frame, they don't, or they're less likely to get bunched up and jam and wedge inside there and then get ruined or split or snapped or anything like that when we go to take it off. As we've got both our frame screws out, we're going to drop this down just a little bit so that it makes it easy to get the frame off. And then we're just going to wiggle our frame off. Remember, we never pull. Never pull. We just easily slide it out. We ease it out. I'm going to put that in there. I don't quite know if it'll fit yet, but I'm going to try it anyway. And our ASA knob right there. All right, so from here, we need to remove the solenoid, the QEV assembly, the eye wires right here. So the first thing we're going to do from here is we're going to take our eye covers off, and we are going to unmount our eye. So we're going to take our pick, we're going to lift our eye up so that it is free from the two little dots that hold it in place. So it's free. It's no longer in its home. We're going to do that for the other side. The eye cover off. Some of these are tighter than others. You just kind of got to wiggle them around a little bit. You never want to force it because you don't want to ruin the eye or break it in any way. All right, so from here, we've got both our eyes off the frame, or off the body, I should say. Now we can go ahead and remove our block down here. So the first thing we need to do is get underneath here. So under this front set of wires right here, there's a screw that's down in there. It's not the screw that sticks up on the top of the QEV right here. It's down below in the front. That holds the front of the assembly. It's the screw that goes through this hole right here at the front. And we're going to reuse the screw, so don't lose it. There. And then we've got one at the back here. Which will let us take that out. And then once we get that off the body, like we have it here, then we're going to pull our eyes out. Sounds terrible, but it's not that bad. There we go. So there's the two pieces. So we need to pull this screw out of the block back here because we are going to reuse this in here. All right, from here we can go ahead and put the eyes or the eye covers back on because we do need the eye covers on there. The eye covers have the detent system in them. So we have to make sure that those are there, otherwise we'll get double feeding and things like that. We don't want any issues with breaking paint because we are double feeding or not keeping the paint secure in the breech. All right, so there's that. Take this over. Now on this assembly right here, you've got two O-rings, one here and then one at the back side right here. You'll definitely want to put a little grease on these before you mount them up. But for just installation purposes, we're going to go ahead and just throw everything together. Snug. Remember, never over tighten, never crank on these things. And there's that. Here's our valve right here on the top. Here's our frame. You can see inside of that. We went over these frames before. How these have an adjustable tension on them. You can change this little hook. You can bring it up to make the trigger lighter. You can actually take it all the way out if you want to, or you can bring it all the way down to make it as heavy as possible. So it's up to you how you want to set up your trigger. And then we'll take this and just mount it back up to the gun. Put our two screws in. There, two grip screws, and we are done. There you go. That's the conversion of a XLS pneumatic or electric XLS into a mechanical version, the CVO version. Took about 8 minutes to do right there or so, and if we weren't talking about it, we probably could have done it quicker. But it's super simple. It's not hard to do. It's all assembled in the box for you already. You just need to basically swap your parts out and you're ready to go. So there you go. Hope it helps. See you soon.